who he grinning at? Asked Jay.
If you build it, he will come.
There's more combat.
Oh my God.
What? What is it?
It's my father.
What is he gonna do? Volume punch me?
Go the distance.
I only saw him years later when he was worn down by life.
And Tiger thick whiskey.
Look at him. He's got his whole life in front of him, and I'm not even a glint in his eye.
What, you're saying it's garbage?
What do I say to him?
Why don't you introduce him to his granddaughter?
What are we doing here?
What is good? Welcome to the live stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and donate. The preferred way is hitting the link in the description. What's good? What's up? What's up, Johnny Gibbons? Super Big Exotic 420. Hurry up and get your weave glued in place. No! I will not glue my weave. You gotta stitch it in. But... what's good? How's your niggas Monday? Sounds like someone's got a case of the Mondays. And all that stuff. Dropped my Opie video today and then did 2 more videos. Chop did his first show from Texas. Oof. That whole thing's over. Oh boy, that did not go well for him. But that didn't go well. His wife's miserable. The LA to Texas move, they're already hating it. But videos I wanted to check out. There were some videos I wanted to check out. Mainly this Chris D'Elia one. What the fuck is going on here? Chin seems to be on the way out. I guess Cheddar Bob looking producer didn't go with them. So Cheddar Bob looking producer didn't go. Snaz didn't go. That other weird dude went, I guess. Shab wore a Tennessee hat. I know. He probably thought the T stood for Texas, though. I mean, come on. He's a retard. You got to give him some leeway in the retardation department. He's a little slow, a little dumb. He's extra mentally retarded. And, you know, it's tough, the retardation of people. Are you streaming from the YMCA again? No, nigga, why? But do you hear people babbling behind me? But no, I am not at the YMCA. But what's this video here? Alright. Fucking Crack Amico dropped this. I think he's gonna get another rap song ready.
This Shits and Gigs podcast is insane. How much they've ripped us off. It's just crazy, dude. It's actually crazy. These guys came along a few years ago and just started talking about wanting to build a log cabin and having a cult, and they call their fans babies, and the guy's known as Daddy. And I've done all that stuff for years, and I kind of like, once they started doing it, I kind of like backed off of it because I was like, that's corny then now. I don't want to do it if they're going to do it. From now on, I'm not shying away from that. This is the log cabin. And this is a cult. And we will be sharing ideas in the tall grass, all dressed in white linen. Dude, they have a podcast where they wear white linen, dude. I mean, I think because they told us that they're not going to get called out. Out of fucking control. Hey, dude, no, dude, you will not be the babies. You will not be build a log cabin. You will not wear white, okay? And one thing's for certain.
For certain.
Dude, you won't. Because that's ours. I understand it's funny, and I'm like, it's just, you know, I'm being funny, but it's also fucked up. It's like, who's a dick? Because, you know, the whole thing of, well, if you knew everyone's story, you wouldn't think that they were a piece of shit. Yeah, okay. And then, though, they made merch. Like, okay, just take this, for instance, and this is awful. Let's take something that is absolutely across the board awful. The Holocaust. Hitler rule, right? And those guys got, you know, wiped out for good reason. Now picture them selling shirts and koozies. Fuck yeah, dude! I see that stuff and I get down.
How intense of a fucking guy is D'Elia? Like, god damn, my nigga, calm down. What's up, Andy Volin? Soy sauce hair and Snow White stubble. I mean, Jesus Christ, this man is unhinged.
It's sad a little bit. And a day goes by, and then I realize I'm the fucking man. Dude, hello, everybody. Welcome to the cult that we thought of. We are a podcast with a cult. We built a log cabin, and we have fucking white, and I'm daddy, and we're calling you babies. And I made it all up. Dude, so here's the thing, babies, okay? Find these motherfuckers. Let them know. This is ridiculous. Go on their Instagram, go on their thing, tweet it. It's crazy. It's crazy. At least make them feel something, because this is so nuts, dude. Basically what I'm saying is, where's my fucking money, dude? Yeah, dude. Go to ChrisDelia.com and get the first real version of the cult merch, dude. Okay? Don't get all that First of all, oh God, dude. Dude! I have a tattoo of a fucking log cabin because of this podcast, because yo.
Have you said thank you once?
Corny ass motherfuckers. Corny. Fuck yeah, Chris D'Elia said it.
File's done.
Dude. So anyway, what else is going on out there? You know? Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, so Zach Amico put, my man is clearly gearing up for a big comeback, but appears he has lost touch with reality. While I agree with some of his views on the Holocaust, these delusions cannot continue. Is Daddy D destined for another diss? So, yeah, Chris D'Elia's a nut. What the fuck was that even about? What was he flipping out about? D'Elia will try to start a cult, all with 17-year-olds. I guess the FBI investigation's done, though. Isn't that what Callan and fucking Schaub were talking about that? They said D'Elia was completely cleared by the FBI and everything, so... the AIU video I wanted to check out too, but I mean D'Elia losing his mind, but we're gonna get a diss track out of it from Crack Amico. Did he just sit there and go off on unhinged rants the entire Congratulations podcast? Like, fuck yeah, dude, life rips. Oh, look at that 17-year-old, yeah. Zakamiko is a gargantuan Enoch? What the fuck does that mean? Is he like a Holocaust denier or some shit? I don't know what that means. Enoch and roll? E-Rock? Is he a humongous E-Rock? I don't know. I'm waiting for Cumia to post this shit because he did a great fucking rant. But first we'll check out the AIU. And then when they finally post Cumia's show, we'll check that out. Fucking, they got rid of the DVR on Gavin's thing, which is fine. But instead of just being able to go back, I have to wait for them to post the goddamn show, which is annoying. By the way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and donate. The preferred way is hitting the Streamlabs or Cash App link.
It's so crazy. So you're hiding behind the abundance of crime in your country, not acknowledging that we are talking about a specific kind of crime, a trend. It's called a hate crime. So it's you're attacking people because they're white. They're called out for this. This anti-white sentiment is widely known of and reported in that country. In fact, we're seeing it right now. This whole segment is anti-white.
Still, Trump accused the South African president of doing nothing to stop his unsubstantiated claim of genocide.
Okay, so why don't you swap out the word genocide for mass murder? A ongoing trend of mass murder, attacks, robberies, beatings, kidnappings, extortions, all that. That is happening. It is not random. So it's not just part of crime generally. It is a specifically targeted pattern of crime. The evidence that you are not going to show here demonstrates this without any doubt. It's not even remotely hard to see this. And
president of doing nothing to stop his unsubstantiated claim of genocide.
And yes, this president should be doing something. And Trump suggests something that he should do, which is arrest Malema. For starters, arrest that dude who's calling for people to go shoot the boy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's a politically elected guy in your country. How is this even remotely sane?
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No. There is
nothing happens.
There is criminality in our country
that you have no control over, and it's just getting worse and worse.
People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity.
And by the way, let me just pause and give you the main message here. Get the fuck out of South Africa, white people. Anyone remotely interested in living a peaceful, prosperous existence, get the fuck out of there. It is a country run by bleeps. It is stuffed to the brim with bleeps. How do you think that country is going to be? Have you been to a Waffle House at midnight in our country? Have you been to a KFC?
I'm not a eunuch.
Have you seen footage online of black people that congregate? Okay, I don't know why it's called a murder of crows. It should be called a murder of bleeps. If you have over 4 together, that's a problem. That is a problema. Okay, the crime, their behavior, the fuckery, the fact that they are not coexisting in a remotely normal, sane, productive, it's just, I mean, I feel vicariously embarrassed for them. Okay, like it's deeply shameful the way they behave. And it is so like, it's so relieving. It's such a nice breath of fresh air to just say that. It is absolutely defensible. I mean, and no one wants to look over these videos and look at the numbers. It is a fucking debacle the way they handle themselves in society. Ours, Britain's, Australia, Africa. Are you kidding me? Listen to me. You look outside. You see the sky up there? That's not African sky. You're not in Africa. Do you know why? Because you're smart. Either you're smart or your parents were smart because they got the fuck out of Africa.
Yeah. Are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now been utilized.
And if black people were being targeted at political rallies, and it said, go kill black farmers. Like, then that would be racist, and I'd be against that. And it didn't matter who was saying it. An Indian, a black, a colored guy, a white guy. Anyone could be saying that. That's obviously a genocidally racist statement, and it should be condemned immediately and acknowledged. And the person saying it should be arrested. It's a call to violence, obviously. And so when somebody connects the dots and goes, hey, we have a major trend of violence here towards this one group, and then also you're calling for violence towards this one group, I wonder what's happening here.
I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black.
Joining us in our fifth seat at the table is Elise Labott. She is the Edward R. Murrow Press Fellow at the Council on Foreign Relations.
Look at all these white-sounding black people. It's CNN just shaping our future. They're 12% of our country. Do you know what's 12% of my body weight? My dick.
Damn.
I don't know if that analogy serves my point. Okay, 12% of my hand is my pinky. 12% of my face is my lips. No, that's big lips. That's actually an African lip. I'll find something that'll make sense. 12% of my leg is my foot. That's actually a big foot. I'll find something.
And host of Cosmopolitics on Substack. And you can see...
So that's a self-hating white bitch right there. So, I mean, ridiculous. Look at her.
There why President Ramaphosa was a negotiator for the anti-apartheid government because he had extraordinary patience in trying to explain to Trump that what he is claiming there in the Oval Office for the world to see is just not
this
true.
White bitch is the ugliest
it's
bitch
not
I've
true.
ever seen.
Not true. So there weren't these hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of farm attacks, hundreds of murders. Depends on how long you want to go back in years, but it is clearly a trend, clearly a pattern, an alarming fucking situation. If in the past 6 years, 2,000 of our farmers in America were murdered, you don't think that would be a topic worth discussion? What kind of shit show are you people running down there? It is just fucking crazy. My Lord.
That's right. And he also, brought some props with him. He brought some South African golfers.
How is it grifting? I'm pretty sure AIU actually believes this. People be using the word grifter wrong. Grifting doesn't mean something you disagree with. It means people saying something they don't really believe to make money. I'm pretty sure Devin Tracy actually believes what he's saying here.
A coffee table book. He knows that.
What? The golfers are a prop? No, it's a diplomatic thing.
And I'm waiting for Cumia to upload.
South Africans. Trump likes golf. He knows these people. He's friends with them.
That, he needs to kind of, in this feudal system, bring gifts to President Trump.
It's very normal for everyone to bring gifts. And a feudal system? How about a tribal system? Who do you think's giving gifts and taking bribes? African politicians all the fucking time. And by the way, he brought him like a book. It was like a book of the golf courses of South Africa or something.
It wasn't enough to stop that ambush.
Ambushed. Oh my God, you are an incompetent leader and you're corrupt and your country sucks and people are being murdered in mass. So, surprise, I care about that. That's kind of a bad thing.
But he tried to, correct the facts, let him know that the majority, and there is a lot of crime in South Africa, the majority is not.
The only people Jews aren't white to are white people. Everyone else, Jews are. Jerry Seinfeld's white, nigga.
Call that a lot of crime? Like, it's a lot of crime. It is the equivalent of having 148,000 murders per year in America. That's not a lot of crime. That is a biblical level extinction event. Okay, it is beyond humanitarian crisis. It is a pathetic demonstration of humanity. It is beyond saving blacks in leadership, blacks in a country by themselves. That is a non-sustainable option. They will produce this result. This is their norm. Okay? This is what you should expect from them. In Africa, every African nation and every population of former Africans, blacks from Africa, in the Western world, they produce the same numbers, the same rate. Okay? And it ain't no good. And for you to say that's a lot of crime, my God,
blacks. The majority is not against farmers, as you said in the intro.
Oh, the majority of the murders are not against farmers. Okay, so in the past 6 years, 2,000...
Exactly, Johnny. The grifters lost what it really means. Grifter is like when people call people hacks. People will say, that dude's a hack. Hack doesn't mean not funny. Hack means funny, but just uses the easiest shit ever.
Black dentists have been targeted and murdered in our country, America. And there's political rallies where there's like a white political party. They're in power, but they not in like controlling power, but they're in Congress. Anyway, they hold these big rallies and they fill out Dallas football stadium. And they sing a song about kill black dentists. And they go, brr, pow, we should kill the black dentists. And then we've had 2,000 murders in 6 years. But you know what? In America, we've had more than 2,000 murders. So that's not the majority of murders. So what are you black dentist sympathizers? Well, like, what's your problem? Why care about it? Look at this person. This is an adult human being saying this.
President Trump.
In other words, you dumb, wrinkled old bitch hag. It doesn't matter that it's not the majority of killings in South Africa, for it to mean something, for it to be horrific, for us to care, for it to be unacceptable, for it to be called out for the genocidal intent of what it is.
Trump didn't want to hear any of it. It wasn't till one of the golfers and one of the white billionaires that he brought with him kind of said, look, President Trump, this is what's going on. And I think that's when...
Those golfers are not billionaires. First of all, the golfer said, my family has a farm. We've had murders on that farm. We get attacked all the fucking time. Just like my family does. Just like that golfer's family does. That golfer did not help the South African president. He shamed the South African president. Did you even watch the thing?
You know, then there was a joke about the jet.
Why did they just cut to this guy? First of all, these are the white representatives in a country that is, used to be 90% white, now is 58% white. This bitch, self-hating denialist of the crime and mass murder of whites in South Africa, fucking retarded bitch. And then they randomly cut to this guy who's not even talking, but okay, thanks for the side-by-side comparison.
President Trump, this is what's going on. And I think that's when, then there was a joke about the jet, which we'll talk about later. But that's when I think the meeting kind of turned and the tensions were lowered a little bit.
This is straight out of the conspiracy land of the far right.
So that's a normal expression. It's a conspiracy, guys. So it didn't happen. So now he's going to ask, wait, you're saying there aren't murders on farms in South Africa?
And it is not based in fact. And it's amazing that this has actually become the foreign policy of the United States based on just straight up, we have the numbers.
You have the wrong numbers from the government who are turning a blind eye to this because they're totally incompetent.
It is completely unsubstantiated.
It's unbelievable. So how many white farmers need to be murdered for you to care is the question. And she's about to unravel and get to the bottom of this issue. And I'll let you know. It's coming up.
Scott,
you're saying it's not true that some white farmers have been murdered?
I love it. This guy looks like he's from the black and white era. Like he's got like an old fashioned haircut. He's got like a very sort of like, I don't even know what to call that. A traditional face where he looks like he's the kind of guy that would, working on Wall Street in the 30s or like smoking a pipe or some shit. Anyway, yeah, how do you react to, like, where's your fucking empathy? Like, what is this? This is just a denigrate white people hour. It's like, you're not worthy of my concern. Nothing about you is worthy of attention, money, support, advocacy. Like, fuck you, fuck whites. That's basically in her head. But how do you respond to, wait, you're saying they aren't white farmers killed on farms in Africa? What?
No, it's not true that there is a genocide against...
So you've moved the goalpost. So it's back to the genocide. Anything south of a genocide is of no concern, apparently. Hey, Devin, what did you think of slavery? It wasn't a genocide, I'll tell you that. Wait, what? No, you asked me about slavery, right? Yeah. Do you condemn it? Do you think it's bad? Like it was the enslavement of human beings to work menial jobs without being paid, and they were held in captivity and beaten on occasion, and they had zero rights. Yeah, it wasn't a genocide. That's your argument? It wasn't a genocide? Well, I'm telling. I mean, it wasn't a genocide. Next question.
Okay, whatever you call it, have white farmers been murdered?
Actually, how many?
Interesting. So now he says, have white farmers been murdered? She doesn't even say yes to that, because that would be acknowledging that this isn't false. None of this is made up. This is not a conspiracy. It is true that they have been murdered. She then jumps to how many have been murdered. As in, unless you reach a certain threshold, number-wise, it doesn't matter to her. So, again, it doesn't matter to her. So, again, let me just transport you back. If we're on American television and I say, I come out and I go, look, they're saying that there's a genocide of black dentists in our country. You know, this is a false thing. It's a conspiracy theory. It's totally bullshit. And then somebody comes on and goes, actually, there have been 2,000 black dentists murdered in the past 6 years. And there are political rallies held where they sing songs about how they should kill black dentists. And I'm concerned about it, and I think it's wrong, and I think it should be stopped. And I think that the people calling for the killing of black dentists should be arrested. And if I'm like some racist host of a mainstream show, which this would not happen, but I would then say, well, wait a minute, how many black dentists?
All right. Enough of him. We got Cumia. Want to watch the rest of that? Go subscribe to Compound Censored.
We're back. The Anthony Cumia Show. What do you hear? What do you say? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, me, I guess. The Anthony Cumia Show. Censored.tv edition. Ooh, look out. We may get naughty with the language. I was on vacation. Some people get very, very pissy. Very pissy about me taking some time, you know. Back in the old... Oh, the dog's barking. He heard me talking. He's in his crate. Back in the old days... Is that just going to continue the whole time? Back in the old days, I used to take a vacation every holiday. You remember WNEW, Sirius XM satellite radio, even Compound Media. I would take a week for Memorial Day, a week for 4th of July, a week for Labor Day, and that's what it was. That's how I operated. And then Thanksgiving, I would take a week. Christmas, New Year, a week and a half, sometimes 2 weeks. So, you know, those were the vacations that I would take. And now I don't even take Thanksgiving. I take like the Thanksgiving Day and then the Friday, and then I'm back by Monday. But this, yes, a week. I take a week for Memorial Day. Bunch of yapping little pansies getting all excited about it. Yeah, but it seemed like a long time for some reason. And I was doing the Bill O'Reilly show for that entire week. So it wasn't like you were completely getting, you know, gypped not having the wonderfulness of me.
So they were flipping out in the chat on Compound Censored as Anthony was saying this. Now, I understand why. They know Cumia, the second, and it's heading very fast. The second WABC is like, here, just have what you want. Do middays, Monday through Friday. Cumia is going to say okay and say, fuck Compound Censored, and just go do that. They know that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Now, he does have a fair argument here of, why he's bitching about me taking a vacation. I literally did shows every day of the week. You still got Cumia, and although it was on the radio, you still pretty much got Cumia talking about what Cumia was going to talk about. So, but that's why they're mad. They know he is so, the second he gets a chance, going to say, fuck you to Compound Censored, because he wants to do the regular radio show. He's already stated that.
You could just tune in. This show's an hour and a half. That show was an hour with commercials, maybe 50 minutes. I like the commercial breaks. I got to be honest. Last night, doing my show, Sunday night, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 77 WABC app. The commercial breaks, especially top of the hour, it's like 5 minutes. I got up. I took a piss. I talked with the girl a little while, pat the dog on the head, and then you come back in and do this internet stuff. No one affords you that. What are you doing? Get the fuck back on in front of the camera. So, yeah, you got to understand. Vacations are still a thing for old Ant. He does enjoy his time off. But, yeah, we're back. Working on this. Don't you worry. We are working on this. It takes so long. People, construction people and things. It just, everything takes forever. So, but eventually this is going to be like a window. There's going to be video in there, probably of Greenville or something. And then if you need it for video, I use it for video. Need it for video, I use it for video. But, and then there's shelves and stuff. And I'm going to reframe the shot a little bit because there's going to be rifle racks, vertical rifle racks here and here. They're going to hold some World War II rifle.
Oh, dude. Popeye, you niggas want to update? So, I didn't get to talk about any of this to you, right? All right, so every Sunday at 5, right, they have a mandatory house meeting. 5 o'clock every Sunday, meaning even if you have a fucking job, you have to be there at that meeting, right? So it's everyone who lives at the sober house at this meeting, like 40 guys, right? So the head guy, Mark, is like, look, we know drugs are being sold out of here. We know people are doing drugs. We just want to put it out there. You are going to get caught. And he says all this stuff, right? And fucking my roommate and his little clique, his little crew are like, I go back yesterday, right? Because you saw me streaming, right? But I got dropped off yesterday. He's telling me, that dude, Kenny, or that thing, one of the dudes from his clique that he's been selling shit to didn't come back last night. And he's gone. And so this morning he wakes up, he's like, dude, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to leave the stuff there after what Mark said. Because our main manager, there's a Wendy's on that street in Pawtucket, and there's this big square thing, and it's a big camera, and he's like, that's a police camera, and they watch everything everyone's doing on the street. We have cameras all around here. We know what's happening, so... I don't know, this shit's just been fucking hilarious to me. But, yeah, so we lost a guy last night. Because I came back and he was like, oh, dude, he's not back. I don't know what the thing. I took videos of him, maybe all messed up. And they was like, dude, you're on your phone. What are you doing? Shit was too funny. By the way, last chance to donate. I got to do a piss test tonight.
And then I could probably do without them. No one can imagine that. Nowadays, the whole experience sucks. Unstable air. That was that. Maybe you'll get through that. But I get to spend one more day with a loved one in dignity. Hashtag black fatigue. I put it everywhere. And now everyone seems to have black fatigue, and they're using it in post. That's right. Your good pal Ant came up with that one. No one's going to tell me any different. So, yeah, that was the WNBA paying tribute to a drug-addled mental patient who died of a fentanyl overdose while, unfortunately, in police custody. He should have just been in a gutter somewhere eating the banana he bought with a counterfeit $100 bill. And they could have found him all cold and ashy a few hours later. And Derek Chauvin wouldn't be in jail right now, and there wouldn't be statues and commemorations, and a family wouldn't have gotten rich from a city paying them off. All those things. Just wait a little longer. Just wait a little longer. Let him buy that banana and go off somewhere to OD on fentanyl.
By the way, how happy do you think George Floyd's family is that happened to him? Because you got to remember, George Floyd's family cut off contact because he was a crackhead criminal weirdo. Then he gets killed by the cop, and now they're all rich. I'm not here to get clean piss. I got to pee too, but I got to hold it for the test. I gotta go pee. Yeah, I gotta go do a pee test. Ugh. So annoying having to do a pee test. But they switched it. Instead of 3 times a week, now it's only 2 times. Monday and Thursday. It used to be Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. He overdosed on fentanyl. Yeah, he did. But that guy was on his neck for a retardedly long amount of time, too. So, like, I'm sure it's probably a combination of factors. But he was acting like a fucking asshole. But, I mean, that was a retardedly long amount to be on his neck. Hell, I live streamed, reacted to it, remember? If you were here from that far back in the day. Shit, I live streamed, reacted to that. When COVID happened, no one wanted to listen to me when we saw the first case of COVID. And I said, us and the entire world need to just nuke China right now. No one wanted to listen to Kyle. Then look what happened. If we have just did what I said to have done, we all would have been spared the whole COVID thing. But no, we can't use nukes. Well, look what happened. I should pen pal Chauvin. Do you know how many fucking pen pals that dude probably has? The media used MySpace angles to frame the cop. Is this going to go back to our AI thing? Where, like, you know how AI, they can make all this amazing shit with AI and it's all, like, looks real now and, like, it's scary going forward? Am I supposed to believe the CIA hasn't been able to do this for at least 10 years? And, like, whatever company's just developing this, like, today? Like, the Pentagon hasn't been able to do this? But that's a question for another time. Another day. Because I gotta go. But I gotta go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and donate, though. Hit the preferred way. Link in the chat and the description. It would really help out a nigga a lot because I got a phone bill I got to pay. And I got to pay another $25 for domestic violence class because you know what sucks? I pay in advance, but since the 21st of June is going to be on a Saturday, YouTube doesn't pay on the weekend, so I got to wait to get paid on the 23rd. So they're going to sneak in another fucking class, so I got to pay for that, which sucks. AI development accelerated commercially to claim plausible deniability over the Epstein vids. Yeah, when the fuck did we get to see that video, by the way? Didn't that dude say we got video of it? Well, what the fuck? You don't just say that, nigga. Where's the video? What do you think that video is going to look like? Should be odd, bizarre, weird. I don't know.